Alright, YouTubers, welcome back to War Thunder Ground Forces with the Angry Nerd. And today, we're going to take a look at the French World War I tank, the Saint-Chamond. Now, the Saint-Chamond was the second French tank to enter service during the First World War, with the Schneider CA-1 being France's first. Both that tank and the Saint-Chamond would eventually be considered design failures. Born between the commercial rivalry existing between the makers of the Schneider CA-1 tank, the Saint-Chamond was produced by the French military at the Foundry and Steelworks factory in Saint-Chamond. Its design was intended to improve on the Schneider CA-1 tank, but it was underpowered and fundamentally an inadequate design. Its principal weakness was that its Holt Caterpillar tracks were much too short in relation to the vehicle's length and weight of 23 tons. Saint-Chamond's technical director was Colonel Emilio Rimello, an artillery officer who had previously worked for the French State Arsenal system. He left the French State Arsenal to work for Saint-Chamond because he was dissatisfied, believing that he was not sufficiently rewarded for helping design the famous Canon de 75mm Model 1897 field gun and the Model 1904 155mm Rimello howitzer. Following his departure from the French State Arsenal system and joining Saint-Chamond, Rimello designed a 75mm field gun for the Mexican Army, specified by Mexican General Manuel Mondragon. It was the Canon de 75mm TR Saint-Chamond Model 1915, a proprietary Saint-Chamond design adapted to fire the regular French 75mm ammunition. Colonel Rimello, who had a direct financial interest in selling his company's gun, induced the Ministry of War to specify that the new Saint-Chamond tank would also mount the Saint-Chamond made 75mm. The Saint-Chamond was manned by 8 men and equipped with a full-length 75mm gun in the front. This large gun also required the hull to be elongated even further, creating an even greater overhang. When the 75mm TR was mounted in the Saint-Chamond tank, it was done rather hastily. This field gun was not built to be put inside an armored vehicle, and few modifications were made to accommodate this. The wheels were removed and the gun was bolted to the floor of the tank. However, due to the fact that this gun was not designed for this purpose, the traverse was very limited. The gun could only be elevated 20 degrees up and down and traverse left and right 10 degrees. Rimello's gun was fitted to the Saint-Chamond for a bit more than half the production run. As many as 210 Saint-Chamonds ended up carrying the TR 75mm until it was switched out for the standardized model 1897. The Saint-Chamond's main purpose was originally to accompany the French infantry into the attack. The front of the tank was protected by 11mm of steel armor, the sides by 17mm. Each side also featured a Hotchkiss machine gun. 2 gasoline electric transmission engines powered each track separately, which was innovative for the time, making the Saint-Chamond much easier to steer than earlier tanks. Despite its weight of 23 tons, it could reach a maximum speed of 12 kilometers an hour over the open ground. However, the first versions of the Saint-Chamond failed to be of military value and were very unpopular with the crews because of technical and mechanical issues. The Holt Caterpillar tracks were too short for the tank's overall length, and the overhanging nose with its big gun made it almost impossible to cross large impact craters and ditches. The engines were underpowered for the weight of the tank, and that weight made the tank sink in on muddy ground. Later versions would improve the body armor, widen the tracks, and modify the front gun, but it was still unsuitable for its intended role. In mid-1918, once the combat had left the trenches for the open fields, it was used to engage German field gun batteries at a distance with its 75mm cannon. The Saint-Chamond proved, at last, to be effective in this specialized assault gun role. Around 400 Saint-Chamonds would ultimately be manufactured by the war's end. The last Saint-Chamond tank remaining in existence, an improved mid-1918 model, alongside other French tanks of World War I, a Snider CA-1 and a Renault FT, are preserved at the Musée des Blindés at Saumur. It survived together with a Snider CA-1 tank of the same vintage in the United States at the Aberdeen Proving Grounds Ordnance Museum in Maryland, and was donated by the U.S. to the French government in 1987. Now, in War Thunder Arcade, the Saint-Chamond is a Rank 1 medium tank in the French tech tree with a battle rating of 1.0. It has a 172 horsepower engine propelling the 22-ton vehicle to a top speed of 8.3 miles per hour. Its main armament is the 75mm cannon model 1897 with a maximum ammo load of 106 rounds. Its secondary armament consists of 4 8mm Hotchkiss machine guns. Now I have it assigned to an expert crew with a crew level of 150, which gives me a reload of 4.2 seconds on the 75mm cannon. So what do I think of the Saint-Chamond here in War Thunder Arcade? Well, to tell you the truth, I don't like it very much. The learning curve on this vehicle is very steep. The limited traverse of the gun makes it harder to get the gun on target. And those 1 or 2 extra seconds that it takes you to get on target can be the difference between life or death. In those 1 or 2 seconds, while you're trying to turn the vehicle just enough to be able to get that gun on target, you can take a round in that front crew compartment, which houses the majority of your crew, pretty much everybody except for one person. And that one round can decimate your crew. And there's nothing more aggravating than to take forever to get into the fight, only to be completely knocked out or to be disabled, taking round after round until you lose all your crew. With this vehicle, you need to find a strong position with good cover, excellent fields of fire that overwatches a likely avenue of approach, and then just be patient and let the fight come to you. Once I stopped trying to get to the front lines to engage the enemy, I started living a little longer and my kill scores started to go up some. I even managed to get 13 kills on Sinai, and when I went to stop the recording, I realized that I had never started it. I was beside myself. I was like, I am never going to get that many kills in this tank ever again. That being said, let's take a look at 2 of my best games in the Saint-Chamond. Here we go. Alrighty, we picked up Abandoned Factory. I do not have high expectations for this map, but I have learned from playing this map before that I'm probably not going to head up toward my favorite area in the A spot. I'm going to go and try to cover the long center road down the center of the map by B. See if I can just set up a position there and use the 75 for, you know, long engagements. There's a big old dirt pile and some, what are those, culverts or cement pipes or whatever you want to call them. This 8mm machine gun is not enough to knock down these cement fences or walls. Now, a lot of the vehicles have probably already passed this engagement area, but as they get taken out, sometimes they will, you know, come back past it on their way back to the fight. Or we do have B, so hopefully they'll come this way to try to cap B. Oh, somebody is already capping B. Alright. Oh! Ah, missed it. Get all this stuff out of my way. Drop some arty on these guys. Yes, got one. I'm trying to keep my driver, which is in that little box over to the left, I believe. Trying to keep him behind the hill as much as I can and still be able to shoot most things. Somebody else may be coming. Oh. Oh. Got him. Reload, reload. Oh, come on. There we go. Having to turn the tank ever so slightly. I was tracking that M2 or M3, and then I ran out of traverse just as I was about to fire, and so I hit him right there on the tail end. Didn't kill him. Had to traverse the vehicle a little bit to the left to be able to re-engage. Left and right traverse on this thing is just horrible. Wonder if I can get these people over there. Oh, ooh, I got two people with arty. My goodness. Oh, there's an air battle. Let's try to take that. See if we can get back here behind this building. I was going to try to go around the corner of the building and engage up toward A. But maybe I can do that with bombs instead. Let's see. One for you. Oh. Ah. Well, we're close. Let's just go ahead and fly this out. We got the M2 and the STR-V38. That was good. Oh, shoot. There's a lot of vehicles on that road now. Kind of worried about trying to cross over. Oh, come on. Just can't seem to kill this guy. Got a kill assist though. Drop Artie on these guys. Let me see if I can make it back over here behind my dirt pal. M22 heading off to the right to make sure he doesn't come up behind me. Dang it. Having to traverse the vehicle caused me to take 2 hits. Alright. There's another air battle. I'm going to see if I can get back here behind this building for some cover. Drop some Artie. We got 4 bombs. Oh no. Alright, just start dropping them. Oh shoot, a BT-5 right there. Drop some more Artie. Alright, we'll replace the crew right fast. Sometimes with these larger crewed vehicles, when you only lose like the 1 crew member, they won't let you do crew replacement right away. You have to lose several crew members before they'll let you go ahead and do the crew replacement. I don't know why that is. Alright, we got an M8 right there. Be careful. Got him. Oh, that's the Russian World War I armored truck. Oh, I got him. I had HE selected for the next round in case that didn't kill him, but it knocked him out. Oh no. Oh no. Woo! T-26. Get back behind my pipes. Tuck right in here. I'm taking out this air battle. Enemy fighter closing in on me. Dang. Enemy getting to drop not 1 bomb. Alright, let's start watching our road again. Oh, what is there? T-26 right there. Oh, dang it. Got my driver. bad. It was bad. It was bad. Just obliterated my crew in like 2 shots. Alright, let's go on out. And another one. There's still some time left. Drop some arty on A since somebody's capping that. All right, we made it. Okay, let's see. Rank does not matter. Ground Force Rescuer, Safe and Sound Bomber, Multi-Strike, Tank Rescuer, Avenger, Professional, Shadow Strike Streak, Without a Miss, Adamant, Heavy Metal Hero, and Balancer. First place in the team, 13 kills, 96% battle activity. I never thought I would get 13 kills again. So, even though I did die, I still made it. So, yes, I was able to recreate it. Alright, we'll take it. Alrighty, we picked up Karelia. We're on the southern side of the map, and I'm going for the lower left corner, so that would be the southwest corner. And I'm pretty much just gonna camp here. Because I already know that I can fire over these rocks a little bit here and right over there where these trees are. Try to knock some of them down before I get there. The rocks are just low enough that you can fire right through here, and you still have to move the vehicle a lot because of the limited traverse. Get rid of that tree. Okay, let's see. Be still, you. There you go, thank you. BT5. Oh. Got him. Another BT5. There we go. And an air battle. Drop some arty. Wait, I'm the blind hunt target. That sucks. Luckily, I'm hid behind a rock, so drop some bombs. Let's head over toward the little evac point over here. 3 targets destroyed. 5 targets destroyed. We'll take that. That was a decent bombing run, if I do say so myself. Get just right. Oh, he got me. Took out 2 of my crew. Replenish a crew member. Oh, I saw that coming. Luckily he didn't come with bombs. I'm sure somebody looked at the leaderboard and was like, that dude needs to die. T60, oh come on. Yes! The cat is just making all kind of noise. Alright, come on. Oh, those dang M2s, man. They can be really stubborn sometimes. Oh, yes. Another air battle. Just as I was going to repair. How convenient. Ooh, we got 9 bombs. But they won't be as big. But we'll see what we can do. Drop a couple right over here. Maybe on the T-26. Maybe on the Panzer III. And anybody else coming right through there? Now, where's the little evac point at? Oh, I see it. It's off to the right. Oh, that's still a good ways away, but we'll try to ride it out anyway. We're safe behind a rock. All right. Ooh, more stuff to shoot at. Panzer III up here. Oh, he's behind a rock. Artie won't reach him. Yes! Targets are getting kind of scarce. I'm just gonna go look around the other corner. I'm not planning on going all the way across the map. Just gonna peek. Might be a bad idea. So got no cover from the hill in case somebody was engaging me from up there, but I didn't see any targets pop out. And with 1 cap apiece, The game is still, can go on for a little bit. But we do have 2 friendlies closing in on the B cap. And we're getting ready to take the A cap, so we are just about to get all 3 caps. So I am going to venture out a little bit, because if we are going to get all 3 caps, this thing is going to end really quickly. I don't see any enemy vehicles on the mini-map. Somebody's way up there around the enemy spawn. Well, we're going to take out this air battle. This is probably just the right time. It'll give me an overview of the whole battlefield and maybe let me engage something, but I don't see any red. No red at all. There's a spawn right there. There's the other spawn. Nothing. There's nothing down there to bomb. And that's the game. Stick a fork in it. It's done. Woo! Look at that. My goodness. Had some good bombing runs that really helped with that. Alright, let's see. We got first strike, multi-strike, ground multi-strike, ground force rescuer, multi-strike, multi-strike, ground multi-strike, teamwork, safe and sound bomber, tank rescuer, avenger, professional, shadow strike streak, without a miss, survivor, heavy metal hero, and the best squad. First place in the team, 16. Alright, 94% battle activity. Pretty much staying in the spawn. So, yeah, I'll take it. I will take that. Alright, we're going to call this thing done. Alright, so the Saint-Chamond. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to be finished with this thing. I only have one more of the World War I vehicles to do, and that's the British Mark V, and I'm not really looking forward to it, but we'll probably knock that out next. Hey, if you've played the Saint-Chamond, let me know what you think of it down in the comment section. And if you've liked this video, hit that like button. If you didn't, don't. Subscribe if you would. But as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Nerd out.